Ever need an escape from reality?
How about a laugh every now and again? It's time for Tales of Woe! It's an hour of comedy and conversation about nothing in particular.
Your weekly broadcast of weekly nonsense.
Get ready for a program that's sure to leave you saying, Whoa!
Hey guys, hey, what's going on everyone? Wow, it's so...
What's up? What's up?
Wow,
what's up, guys?
Boys and girls,
Wow.
Welcome back to the show. It's so good to see you. My name's Ian.
And I'm Estevan.
And you're watching / listening to Tales of Whoa! Ah, that was positive and fun and friendly, and I really liked that. I had fun, you know.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That
Unlike last weekend, the way we left it. Last week.
True.
We left it off where I can't remember if it's been so many times. I either fired you or I quit.
Yeah, the last episode definitely ended on a bit of a negative note. And look, we're here to wipe the slate clean because we want you guys, our beloved audience, to know that we don't have beef, okay? We like each other.
Yeah.
We're friends.
I've gone to therapy now.
Really? Because of the last
I've gone
episode?
to therapy because of the last episode. I did some
Wow.
reflecting, and you know what? Clean slate. Let's start off nice.
You know, it feels really good to hear that. I had a lot of stuff on my conscience after the last episode. I'm thinking, oh, damn, did I piss him off? Are we, like, not on a good foot here? I mean, like, we got off on the wrong foot.
It's not you. It's me. It's me, Ian.
Really?
It's not you.
Okay, that's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
too, because I'm pretty cool, and I figured it was
Okay.
probably mostly you.
We're glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? We're going to start. We're positive now. Everything's positive. And you know what else is positive, Ian?
What?
The reception of The Acolyte.
Oh, man, you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody on the planet, especially toxic Star Wars fans, love this show. I mean, they're going crazy.
Especially toxic Star Wars fans.
They love it.
Especially.
They love it.
It somehow changed the game.
It did change the
changed
game.
everything.
You know, in this era of Disney Star Wars, we've had these toxic fans that just hate everything they put out. But it's so nice to see that a project like The Acolyte is bringing us together as a community. It feels good, you know.
Oh my god, dude! I'm so annoyed.
Yeah,
it's truly breaking my heart. You know?
Yeah. Oh, the bit's over. Yeah. No.
Yeah, the bit's over.
The bit's over.
I can't take it anymore. I
Yeah.
could only hold it in for so long, man.
Yeah.
Because we've had conversations. I'm fuming about this thing, man.
Yeah.
And spoilers.
Spoilers.
I like this show.
I do too.
I think
I
this
do
is a
too.
good show.
All jokes aside, I actually do. Yeah.
Besides some weird acting and dialogue choices, I think this is an overall good show.
Yeah.
For the number junkies, I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
So far,
Not the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8, 7.5,
Yeah,
8 out of 10.
I would agree with
is
that
how,
for sure.
what I would give it.
Yeah, I would agree
So
for sure.
far. You know what everybody else is doing? They're like, this is the worst thing we've ever seen since Last Jedi,
Yeah.
or worse than Last Jedi for
Yeah.
some people. And you know what? It pisses me off, man, because it essentially, I had to I've watched these episodes multiple times because I keep seeing all this discourse, and I'm like, there's just no way people are seeing what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
They're seeing something else because this is a good show.
It is.
And you know what? We have to start being honest. It has a lot of this has to do with just expectations. The Star Wars as a general has outgrown the fans at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's growing and changing.
Like,
you know, it's growing and changing, and you know, this thing started in the fucking 70s, 80s. We're now in the 2020s. Like, of course, the fans and the people who like it are different, and the world changes. And quick side note, I know last time we said we're not going to talk about Star Wars as much, but you know what? Suck it. Okay, this show's dropping on a weekly basis. We're going to discuss The Acolyte as it's coming out.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I guess
In moderation.
to start the conversation off, let's do a little analysis of the third episode. I think we can both agree it wasn't the best episode of the three.
it was not.
And it's definitely, I would say, about average to subpar.
Yeah, I would
Why?
agree.
Is because those, like we were talking about child actors
They
last
were not
week.
good. Yeah,
These
true.
child actors, They just ain't it, man. Honestly,
They aren't. They weren't good. One of them was slightly worse than the other, but yeah.
Yeah, I got so many
good.
flashbacks to, the kid from Phantom Menace.
Jake
I don't know
Lloyd?
why I'm forgetting his name.
Jake Lloyd.
Jacob Lloyd.
Yeah.
Jake Lloyd. Yeah.
He was better
And
though. He was better.
He was
though.
better, but like a lot of those, like, stop it.
No, yeah.
Don't, you know, it reminded me so much of like, are you an angel?
No, yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. It's just like, it's very cheesy.
It can come off very Disney Channel, you know.
It is very
And-
Disney Channel.
And I think the other, like, child actors these days, just in general, it's very strange because, like, I can't put my finger on what the hell happened, but for some reason, child actors these days are just not as good as they used to be. I don't know if it has to do with, like,
I don't know, man.
I don't know
either.
I don't know if it has to do with, like, the internet and the effect it's had on kids, but, like, you watch movies from, like, anywhere up to, like, the 2010s, and there are great child actors, you know? Just look at Macaulay
They just
Culkin.
don't make them like they... It's exactly who I was thinking.
Still
of.
to
They
this
just don't make 'em
day,
like they used to.
yeah,
man.
still to this day, he's I think the best child actor we've ever seen. But, like, for some reason nowadays, it's like kids, you can tell watching these kid actors, like, it's just something's not there. It just feels like they're just reading lines off, and I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely feels like they're reading. And
Yeah.
it's so weird, man.
But yeah, those kids in the
to
episode.
continue the
were-
episode.
Yeah.
I think I definitely see where a lot of people are coming from as like the most controversial Star Wars thing to come out of Star Wars because of the witches. Mm-hmm. But that's only if you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And don't understand how the
Yep.
Force works.
Yep.
Because, okay, how about this, guys? I bet you racist, misogynistic fucks. Sorry, Dad. I know I cursed, but I'm doing it again.
Whoa! Holy crap!
You
Chill.
guys suck and have absolutely, completely misunderstood what Star Wars is about. It's like nobody paid attention in the prequel trilogy of, like, George Lucas. He painted the Jedi literally in the prequels as hopelessly out of touch. Like, remember when Yoda says is like pride, like too many Jedi have that. Mm-hmm. It's like people completely lost the fact that the Jedi are very prideful and it's not a cult. It's a cult. By many eyes, it's a cult. In the whole grand scheme of the Star Wars world, a lot of people don't agree with either the Jedi or the Sith, because at the end of the day, it's just one goddamn holy war.
It is. Yeah, it absolutely
And
is a holy war.
Literally, like, remember in the prequels, the Jedi literally got convinced and manipulated into joining a fascist regime as, like, weapons, as generals. Mm-hmm. Like, the Republic back then was literally like when Palpatine came in, it was fascism. It was one absolute chancellor. Mm-hmm. And they got manipulated to fight for that.
Yep.
And they're supposed to be like the peacekeepers, but literally they do nothing in the Outer Rim. They do nothing about systemic slavery. Like, literally, it's portrayed in Phantom Menace when Padme and Qui-Gon learn that they're slaves.
Yeah. He's like, did you come to free us? And he's like, I wish, but I can't. Sorry, kid. No, yeah, you're right.
Literally.
I mean, and I think and this is just speculation, but I think there's a high likelihood of it being true. But in this last episode of The Acolyte, I think they may or may not have slaughtered a whole bunch of witches. I don't know. I think there's
like that's where I was getting at, man. I'm
know?
like, did they straight up just slaughter witches?
It's like, it's honestly like, this show has given me this weird, like, I don't even know the word for it, but like I'm almost like disturbed. Like, I'm disturbed at, like, the things that, like, the Jedi have done. Like, we saw in, I think it was the second episode with Master Torben, and she literally convinces him to kill himself rather than tell everyone what he did. And he whispers, he's like, "We thought what we were doing was right." And I keep getting this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, damn, they're hiding some shit.
You connect that with all the
Yeah.
dead witches, you start to get a sense. And also, I don't know if you saw, but towards the end when we see young Osha, on the table, on the medical table. If you look in the background, he's out of focus, but you see Torben with the scar on him.
Really?
So that happened from that.
Whoa.
So if you go back, you'll see it.
Wow.
Um,
Torben, it's only 3 episodes in. Torben makes me really sad. Like, that character is sad because something about seeing him in episode 3 as like this young Padawan, you know, he's just a kid. He's just following his master's orders. But then they do this clearly very horrible thing and then flash forward and he's been silently meditating for 10 years because of this thing he did. Like, that's a very sad character right now. Like,
dude, like if you look at my screen here, you'll see circled is the scar.
Yeah.
Is that same scar.
That's crazy, man. He did some fuck shit. And people are trying to come out here and say that the show's bad because it was a bunch of girls in a witch coven. And so that's a no-no because it was all girls.
But like, guess what? Like, Dave Filoni signed off on this. Literally, it's out there now. Leslie Headland was asked by Dave Filoni to show more witches in Star Wars that were not Night Sisters.
Yeah, and that's cool. That's cool as shit.
I bet this is what pisses me off is I bet you people will shut the hell up now that they know it was all Dave Filoni's idea.
Yeah.
Because you can't. The Dave Filoni is always right. He's the man. He's awesome.
Yep.
Like, he's the guy. George Lucas taught him. He's like the disciple of George Lucas, which he is. He's very much so. But it's like, it's only because of that I bet you people will back up. Because for whatever reason, Star Wars, especially nowadays, has become the most toxic fan base, and especially the least welcoming to women, LGBT community, like people of color. Like, people are shitting on it because it's a black female lead and an Asian lead, and it's directed and showrun by a gay woman. Like, why does it matter? Why does it matter?
If when the witch coven is the idea of the gay woman, it's really bad, right? But no. Actually, it was signed off by the man, and then all of a sudden it's good. It's like, what? It's just a double standard. You think it's good whenever this guy says it's good, but when it's the gay woman that's in charge, you think it's bad. It's very clear to see that you actually just don't like it because it came from a gay person and it's homophobia, you know, that's the thing. I think that's the thing that a lot of these fucking dumbasses don't realize is they aren't hiding their racism and homophobia very well and their sexism. They aren't hiding it very well. Like, it's pretty abundantly clear why you don't like the show. It's like you sent me a clip the other day of Leslie Headland. She said something really beautiful about Star Wars. I don't remember exactly what she said, but something about like,
it was literally about, she was talking about one of the themes that a lot of people gloss over in Star Wars is finding your purpose.
Yeah, that's what it's always been about.
We wanted to invoke those old feelings of how Luke tried to find his purpose, you know, like, and we wanted to invoke that in this show.
Yeah,
that is a core theme of Star Wars. Is
it always has been
out who you are meant to be, figuring that out.
Yeah, and I love that. I watched that, and I'm like, okay, clearly she has a good understanding of the shit she's making. Like, and a passion. And a passion. I mean, every interview clip I've seen of her, like, it seems pretty clear to me that she is very passionate about this thing she made. She has an understanding of Star Wars. And I do get it. I do get the hate. Just like we said, it's because she's a woman. It's because she's gay.
Yeah,
and people just, they want to hide it. They want to say, actually, no, I don't like her because of this. No, we know why you don't like her. We know why you don't like the characters.
They try to find they'll twist any little clip, any excuse. They'll find any excuse to hate on it, especially this show. Like, you saw the guy that plays Yord literally saying Anakin blew up the Death Star twice.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Not everybody is in it and knows the Star Wars right away.
No, yeah.
God forbid, like Robert Downey Jr. didn't know about Iron Man or Tony Stark. He didn't give a shit. He just saw an opportunity to get out of a dwindling career, and he did it. And it's like,
they're actors.
God forbid Harrison Ford literally forget whole things about what happened in Star Wars.
He doesn't give a
like,
fuck.
oh, when Harrison Ford does it, y'all are okay with it, but
Yeah.
whenever this guy does it, oh no, that's it. Like
Yeah.
this guy doesn't even know Star Wars. Like, what is he doing? Gatekeeping. It's gatekeeping.
It is
I hate
gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing. It just because like. Especially with the Force, people are gatekeeping the Force now, and it's like you guys just don't understand how it works.
Yeah.
Because literally, like, all you have to do is a quick Google search, guys. That's all you got to do to figure out all the answers. Is like, oh, why? How did the witches make life? Well, for one, it probably is not even the Force. It's probably a combination of the witch magic. You know, kind of like how the Night Sisters have their magic. Remember, the Night Sisters literally gave Savage Opress enhanced strength and force capabilities.
They roided his
with
ass
magic.
up.
They didn't
gave
use
him
the
some
force. They
roids,
used
man.
magic.
Or magic, yeah. But isn't there magic, though? Isn't it like a branch of the Force, though?
Yes,
Like,
it's a twisting of the
yeah.
Force. What they did is they twisted the Force to bend to their will. Literally,
Yeah.
like, a lot of people forget, and we talked about this, is that everybody's like, oh, this doesn't make it special. Like, the twins being born makes Anakin no longer special. If you just do a quick Google, you'll realize Anakin wasn't even born on purpose. Literally, in the Darth Plagueis comic, and this is how much of a fucking nerd I am and how passionate I am about this franchise, because it's one of the first memories of like enjoying a movie I had with my mom showed it to me, and I was like hooked. And this is like the franchise that I've been with the longest time. It's the most near and dear to my heart. Like, just if you look at the Darth Plagueis comic, literally he's not even trying to make life. He literally, what he did is he tried to push and manipulate the Force more into, like, pushing more dark side into it. And because of George Lucas's rule of balance, the Force always creates balance. The Force created Anakin. While Plagueis was trying to push dark side death, they created life. Only because of balance. That's what makes him the chosen one.
Yeah.
And so what these witches are doing, of course it's going to be easier for them to create life, because what they're actively tapping into magic in the Force to create that life. They're actively trying to seek life.
Yeah.
They're actively trying to do that. So you can't say that we've never seen that before. And it doesn't take away from what Anakin did, because Anakin was birthed from the Force,
Yeah.
whereas they try to use the Force to create birth.
He was the Force's answer to all this darkness that was being put out there. And that's how the Force has always worked, because, yeah, like you said, what happened when Darth Plagueis started putting all this dark side energy into the Force? The Force answered, and it gave us Anakin. What happened whenever Anakin turned to the dark side and Palpatine took him in as his apprentice, and these two new big powerful Siths were born? The Force answered with fucking twins. Like, I'm not the first person that said that before. Like, people know this shit, but unfortunately,
Freddie
a
Prinze
lot of
Jr.,
people
who
also
learned
don't-
from
yeah,
Dave Filoni,
yeah,
who
yeah.
learned from George Lucas.
Yep. It's
Literally.
just- yeah,
You
I
know,
think those witches were cool too. Like, I don't know why people hate
it's
it.
cool. Okay, it's cool. They're good. Like, it's a cool to see more of
Yeah.
like different elements of people tapping into the Force other than just Jedi. Like, yeah. They're using it for weirdly, you can talk about the ethics of it. I guess within the Star Wars universe, it's like unethical to do that, or like unheard of. So obviously they're going to be seen as bad.
Yeah.
And I know some people are going to be like, oh, but like if you remember in that book, Palpatine is Force like ghost around Shmi, dictating that has to be proof that Palpatine had a hand in his birth. It's like, no. If you ask the authors, another quick Google, if you ask the authors, they've literally said that is no way talking about that, and that's not what that frame is about. Literally what it is about is like his essence as they were pushing the dark side in, and that created life. They were able to feel that.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah, man. People suck. People are stupid. That's all. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of what they're fucking watching. Because it's like the thing I don't get is like from what I understand, is whenever Disney purchased Star Wars, what is the thing we probably all wanted to see was an expansion of this universe. Show us more stuff within this world that we never saw before. They're doing that. They're saying, hey, here's a coven of witches that's not the same as the other coven of witches. They're a different one on a different planet, using the Force in this different way. Literally just expanding the lore, something I feel like everyone should like, and everyone's like, no, that sucks. That's stupid. That's not how that works. They shouldn't exist. And I'm just like, what? Why? You're a hypocrite. I thought this was what we wanted. I thought we wanted the Star Wars universe to be expanded upon. I don't get it. I don't understand.
It's because people don't want a coven of lesbian witches.
Yeah, you're right.
In their Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit?
Who
Why?
cares?
Why does it
Doesn't
matter?
fucking
Why does it
matter,
matter?
bro.
How does that ruin it? It doesn't. It doesn't. You're not taking away anything. You're not making something lame. Like, that's just not how it works.
Yeah.
You can complain about some of the dialogue.
Yeah.
And, you know, that, like, in the choice in actors.
Mm-hmm.
But in overall, like, the story itself is a good story where it starts with, like sets the first frame when Indara dies, that sets the stakes.
Yeah.
That sets the stakes for like what this is about. It's like, oh shit. Because remember, this is a point in time where there's no Sith anymore. The Sith died sometime after the Old Republic. And this is the first time many Jedi have ever seen a Sith, let alone somebody able to kill a Jedi.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah.
So
that I also keep seeing complaints that have to do with the death of Indara. Sorry if that spoiled it for you guys, but it's literally the first scene of the show. People are pissed off that she died from getting stabbed in the heart with an actual knife. And that another thing I just don't get. I'm like, are you a fucking idiot? She got stabbed in the heart with a real knife. That kills you. That kills you.
Yep.
They're all like, well, Reva and this character, they can survive a stab to the stomach and blah, blah, blah. And look, we can talk about that. Maybe that was a bit of a stretch in Kenobi. She got stabbed when she was a kid and when she was older, and she survived both. Okay, sure, maybe that's a little bit of a stretch. But you also have to realize there's a difference between getting stabbed with a lightsaber and a fucking real knife, because lightsabers immediately cauterize the wound. So if you get stabbed somewhere where there's not an important organ or something, like, yeah, you'll probably survive. You'll probably be really hurt, but it's not going to kill you because you're not going to bleed out because you're not bleeding. That thing cauterized your wound immediately. You get stabbed in the heart with a real knife, you're going to die. You are going to die.
You're going to die with a knife,
it's so stupid. It enrages me, Estevan. Why?
It
Why are they
enrages me
like
too.
this? Give me answers. Why?
It's because people complaining just to complain, and they're just so... They have this whole idea of how it should work, and it's like, you guys clearly don't know what you're talking about.
Yep.
You can complain all you want about Rey, because I'll agree with a lot of people that Rey is a poorly written character. Like, and you can say, like, oh, her ability to become this all, like, I saw some people go off about the fat Jedi in episode 2. That's like, oh, Jedi is supposed to be peak physical strength.
What?
Like,
I didn't.
You do realize, like, your favorite Jedi ever, Luke Skywalker, had like a couple months of training, and yeah, he did a little bit of cardio. But like, is that gonna make him super fit?
I did not realize people were annoyed by the fat guy from episode 2. What?
Yeah, just because he was fat. I'm like,
who cares? Who gives a fuck? If any, isn't the whole point of Yoda to prove that, like, size doesn't matter, your physical appearance doesn't matter? It's all about your connection to the Force.
Exactly.
Oh my god, I hate Star Wars fans. I hate them.
Yeah.
Most of them.
This is High Republic. So it's supposed to be the Jedi at their peak, but in reality it's supposed to be the Jedi at their most brash, at their most prideful, at their most, like, we're better than you, peacekeepers type of deal.
It's
like,
it's the very reason they fall in the prequels. Like, why do you
literally
not
they're so
understand this?
prideful they don't realize that Palpatine is a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
That's how they don't realize it. They're so prideful, and they're like, the Sith would never show themselves again.
He's
the
right
Sith would
under their
never do that.
noses. He's
Literally,
right under
like,
their noses, and they don't see it. It's
he's
honestly,
been right under your nose, is manipulating everything, and he turned Anakin to the dark side.
Yeah, because that shit can skew your perspective on the world. It's honestly, it's kind of similar to, there's a lot of people who say, oh, in A New Hope, whenever Leia is captured by Darth Vader and, the Empire, and they blow up Alderaan, they're like, how shouldn't Darth Vader be able to sense through the Force that this is his daughter? No, because that's not even a thought in his fucking mind. As far as he knows, he only had one kid, and he thinks that kid died. So he's got all this power. He's the top of the Empire. So that's not even on his fucking radar. It's the same shit. Like Palpatine being evil was not even on their radar, and because of the arrogance they had and the position they were in.
Like the only reason he finds out that Leia is his child is I don't even think he knows Leia is his sister. He's like, your thoughts dwell on your sister, until he taps into his mind in Return of the Jedi. He doesn't realize that, Leia is his sister.
Yeah, man, it's silly and it's sad.
Listen to Dave Filoni. Listen to George Lucas talk about how Star Wars works, and then shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
that's
the thing.
We do that, people?
I think that's the thing. Is
just shut up.
A lot of Star Wars fans have this entitlement where they think they know exactly how everything works in Star Wars, and if something goes a little bit against that belief, then it's shit. And it's like you are setting yourself up for disappointment from the start if that's the mindset you have. Like, you're just not open to these new concepts that are coming out. And you're also racist and sexist and homophobic.
Absolutely.
Like, God. If you don't like it, just go watch the original trilogy and never watch anything else.
Exactly. It's like, don't watch anything else. Then why are you watching?
Don't complain. Let us enjoy it.
Why are you watching?
Let us actually be open to it and enjoy it. Like, you're making the rest of us look bad, this community. You're making the rest of us look like fucking assholes. Because The Acolyte's great, and it breaks my heart that it has like a 3.8 on IMDb, because people are probably reviewing it without even watching it.
They review bombed it.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Big time.
It's fucked.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man, because, it's going to get to the point where it's like, they're going to shut it down. They're going to be like, we can't make anything. Because
Yeah.
And y'all bitches complained, and it was the highest streamed opening premiere for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So
you
guys really hated it. Mm-hmm. You guys are really done with Star Wars.
Yeah, no, that's the thing too. Everyone's like, I'm done. I'm officially done with Star Wars. You're watching it. You're watching it still though. Like, you're still tuning in when they drop shit. I thought you were done. I thought you didn't like Disney Star Wars. So why are you even tuning in? Why are you even putting in the effort to complain if you already are done with Disney Star Wars? Just shut up, man.
Preach, brother, preach.
Shut
preach
up, man. Go watch fucking Despicable Me or some shit. Like, goddamn.
There's stuff wrong with the sequels. There's stuff wrong with The Acolyte. There's stuff wrong with Boba Fett. But it's not because Boba Fett had Tusken Raiders or because Rey is a woman. Like, no, Rey is just a poorly written character. Like, The Acolyte just has really weirdly, very the worst elements of the prequel dialogue. Like, you get that a lot in The Acolyte and some acting. But as a story, so far what we've seen is essentially pretty good. I would say. Yep. Of the beats in where we're going.
100%.
And it's
100%. Yeah.
Because I don't know, I feel like Lucasfilm's gonna be like, fuck, we can't make anything.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Like, we were talking about that beforehand. It's gonna reach a point where these bitches are gonna be so whiny and pissy that Disney's gonna be like, okay, then we're just not gonna make it anymore. If you guys want to complain this much, we're just gonna stop, because that will happen. That can happen if it gets that much backlash. They're just gonna stop making it, and then and then you fuckers are just gonna complain even more, because now they're I don't know, if you basically what I'm trying to say is, if you keep complaining like this with these dumbass positions that aren't valid at all, then they're not gonna give you the stuff that you actually want to see. Then you're never gonna get the Star Wars you really want if you complain. I don't know. It's just a whole.
Yep.
I'm getting a headache, and I want to talk about something else now.
Yeah, it's It's so unfortunate.
It is. It is,
And
man.
it doesn't bode well for the movies coming out. You know, because then you got to deal with box office. It's like nobody's going to go to those.
Nope. No one's going to do it. Yeah. Fuck, man.
And James Mangold's movie about the first Jedi, literally describing it as a Bible epic, like that sounds amazing.
It does.
Mandalorian Grogu sounds awesome.
Yep. Filoni movie,
Dave
obviously.
Filoni's movie, Throne, Heir to the Throne. That sounds interesting.
Yep. I mean, even this
Rey
new movie
starting
with
a
Rey,
new Jedi Order sounds unique.
Yeah,
'cause
I'll
it's
check it out.
A way to reset her character.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm open-minded. Like, if you guys can make her better, hell yeah, I'm all for it. Make her a better character.
Yeah.
Make me like her.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because literally Luke was saying that we shouldn't have a Jedi Order. But I think they'll probably present it in a way that still respects that.
Yeah. And from what I've heard, I don't even think she's supposed to be like the main character in the movie.
She's not.
So that kind of gives me hope too. Like, she's going to kind of take up a different position in this story. Like, she's going to play a different role.
Oh, but because Rey's in it, watch out.
Oh, watch out. Fucking God.
And we'll see what happens with Rogue Squadron with Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, I guess that's still happening.
It's still happening. Well, it
wasn't,
canceled,
and then it is again.
Patty Jenkins, her Wonder Woman 3, rightfully so, got booted.
Yeah.
So now she's doing Rogue Squadron, which is an interesting storyline by itself because it's essentially like Rogue One, but it's a whole squadron of them.
Yeah.
Of like fighter pilots.
More about the X-wing pilots.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Exactly.
I'm down for that, man.
It's fun.
My one little thing about it is, like, I do kind of wish they would start to stray away from the original trilogy era, but like,
I feel
whatever.
Like with that one,
it's about X-wing pilots. It'll.
But hey, look, people are fucking hating anything that's not in the original trilogy. So
true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We're probably not gonna get High Republic. We probably might not even get KOTOR. Good, because I want to write it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully KOTOR gets canceled, so then I can convince Dave Filoni, when he looks more pruny, he's like,
yeah.
I'm like, I got KOTOR.
Hey, Dave, we got this, we got
Fine.
that. Yeah. Yep. Exactly, man.
We have a Star Wars movie set millions of years in the future.
Yeah, that's another one. Don't give away too many of our ideas, but that's one that's cooking.
I'm not.
That's one that's
I'm not
cooking.
saying anything.
Yeah.
No.
That's
Just
all you guys
that.
get to hear. We have ideas cooking. And maybe you're laughing at us sitting behind your screen thinking, who the heck are these guys to think that they're going to make a Star Wars movie one day? Well, here's what I have to say to you. Have you ever had a dream? Well,
Clip it.
Well,
Flip it.
I
Flip
think
it right
I
here
believe
when it happens.
I believe you're going to achieve your dream. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
So you should believe that we can achieve ours.
I believe we can achieve it.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
we're good writers.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I want to go back
Manifest.
into the past a little bit. Specifically about the Minions.
The Minions?
Between 1933 and 1945.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught that earlier. I was trying to kind of do a segue when I said, go watch fucking Despicable Me or something. I was going for a little bit of a segue. You didn't pick up on it. It's fine. I'm over it. I'm not thinking about it anymore.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's really, I'm fine. But no, you bring up a good concept to speak about, though, because as we saw in the Minion movie, the way they work is they seek out the most evil person there is, and they want to fucking follow them to victory. I mean, didn't they literally show Napoleon in that movie?
Yep.
So it's safe to assume if Napoleon existed in the world of Despicable Me, well, some guy who existed between the years of 1933 and 1945 probably also existed.
There's probably nobody more evil than him.
Yeah, there might, unless we're talking about like Satan himself, this guy is probably the most evil there ever was. And if you don't know who we're talking about by this point, then you're just a fucking idiot.
Yeah. It sucks.
So,
it sucks that your favorite Minions happen to work for also the worst fascist ever.
Yep. Yeah, that's right, guys.
That kind of sucks.
But
I'm kind of wondering if that's the case, and they've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Who else have they served?
I don't know. I mean, the thing about that question is we don't know how old these things are. They immortal? Do they die? Have they been around?
When were they born?
I don't know
when were the minions born? When were the minions?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say if they've really been around since the very beginning.
Oh
Holy
my
crap.
God.
Okay, you guys listening who can't see the screen didn't see this, but basically it says 3.8 billion BC. Is that?
Yeah.
Is that
the minions are created?
Number?
Yeah.
Wow.
As is made clear in the Minions opening credits, the Minions origin story begins with the advent of all life on Earth.
Wow.
They've been there since Adam and Eve.
So basically, the Big Bang happened, and minions were a part of that.
Minion-like cells have always been drawn towards organisms that are scarier and more nefarious than they are.
Yeah.
Explaining why the minions of this book start so.
Yeah, I mean, so
The
it's
early
pretty
days-
much, yeah, it's confirmed without a doubt. They definitely served Adolf
They've been there
Hitler.
since T-Rexes, so at least dinosaurs.
Yep, they followed the dinosaurs.
So
they
they-
followed Hitler.
They had to. They
It makes
probably
me
followed
wonder.
Julius Caesar, Genghis Khan.
Yeah, dude. It makes me wonder if, like, you know, after the years of Hitler's reign, do you think that the minions continued to have the same mindset that Hitler had? Do you think they shared a hatred for Jewish people like Hitler did? Or do you think that they just wanted to serve him simply because he was evil? You know?
I think they just serve. I think they just serve
You know?
just because they're the most nefarious. I don't think.
I
they
think you're
actually,
right.
Like,
I think you're
I
right.
think they just follow orders. They
Yeah.
They don't have like a big brain.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
No, yeah.
they're just following orders.
They're
Like,
not smart enough
Yeah,
to
but-
be racist. They just want to be evil. So
No,
That's good.
They
Okay,
probably would.
that brings
Yeah.
me comfort. That brings me comfort because it made me start to wonder if the minions we know and love from Despicable Me are racist, you know? But I don't
wouldn't
think
watch
they are.
if they
I don't think they
were
are.
the reason behind that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch.
I don't think they're
That's
racist.
pretty horrendous.
I think
honestly.
you're right,
That's
yeah.
nuts.
Because the thing about the minions is they're not bad people. You know, they're good little fellas. They're just drawn to evil. But actually, now that I think about it, are they, though? Because Gru, at this point, is not really evil anymore. He's like a super secret agent spy kind of guy.
Yeah,
And they're still
maybe
with
it's
him.
because they're so tied to him.
Yeah, maybe they just love him so much that they're like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to change our ways. Or maybe they're like so stupid that Gru has maybe like manipulated them into thinking that they still are evil. And they think they're doing evil things, but Gru is kind of twisting it to them in order to keep them under his wing.
exactly.
You know? They should make a
Exactly.
movie where the minions realize that they're not evil anymore, and then they have an uprising against Gru, and they fucking murder him.
Yeah, man.
maybe that was far. Maybe that was a little too far, but yeah. Who
They
else?
started evil.
I'm
They're
trying
like,
to think. Like,
fine.
yeah, I'm trying to think of like who
Would
else.
that make them the most evil if, like, say, the world achieved world peace? Everybody's nice. Would that make them the most evil? So then they
guess
just
so.
rise up.
Maybe they would rise up, or maybe they would like do like a mass suicide because their life doesn't have any purpose anymore. Right? Like,
Oh my God.
it could be. I'm just throwing ideas out there. You know, anything could
Jesus
happen. But
I'm
I don't
still
know.
thinking about, like, who else they would have served.
Yeah,
Like,
who do you think?
probably some pharaoh.
A pharaoh. Oh, they certainly served
Ronald
a pharaoh.
Reagan.
I was about to say like Donald Trump. They probably would.
I was
going to
say Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump
Yeah,
for sure.
like, that's-
if Gru didn't exist in this timeline,
Yeah.
they probably would be serving Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah,
Definitely Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, they're
George Bush.
yeah. It's like
I'm just naming out presidents now that I hate.
yeah. Do you think that
Okay, I'll stop.
do you think that they're the only minions there are, or do you think that there are other clans of minions around the world that, you know, like what if
That's a
Gru
great
maybe
question.
Gru has his team of minions, but on the opposite side of the world, like Vladimir Putin also has his own minions because he's evil and they want to serve him being evil. Like maybe
yeah,
maybe
Vladimir
Kim
Putin.
Jong-un, maybe Kim Jong-un has some minions of his own that he plays basketball
Yeah.
with. And maybe it was their idea to send the shit balloons that we talked about on last episode.
That definitely seems like
It adds
a minion
up.
idea.
It adds up.
100%.
Yeah, it
100% would seem like something the minions would do.
does.
Yeah. It's
So-
so stupid. It was going back to that. That was the stupidest thing. I barely was able to process
Yeah,
that
well,
was insane.
I think the saddest part about it is that was a real, actual thing that actually really happened.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't fiction. It was fact, and that's crazy. That's just the world we live in,
God,
I guess.
it's
What
so weird.
you know, maybe they'll reference it in Despicable Me 4. That would be cool, right? You know what
Maybe Despicable Me 5 because 4 is already finished.
True.
But
Yeah. True. Yeah. It probably
They'll
happened
probably
a little
do it
bit
in
too
Despicable
late.
Me 5.
The movie was already
That would be
complete.
funny.
You know, I have theories actually about Despicable Me 5. So here's my theory, if you'll care to indulge. So
Take it away, Ian.
everybody knows who the best character in Despicable Me is, right? We all know.
Yep.
It's Vector.
Yep. Edith.
Who?
I'm kidding.
It actually, that's one of the little girls. It actually, when you first
Yeah.
said that, I didn't even know who you were talking about.
Because she's just like,
She's
she's all business.
Yeah, those three girls are basically one character. Okay, like that's
Yeah,
not,
they
don't
really
even
are. It's
don't
really
even
funny.
get me started. But anyway, Vector, everybody loves Vector.
I agree with you.
He's
I
the
agree with
best.
you.
He's the best. He's the funniest villain we've had. I mean, I just watched the second one for the first time in a really long time a couple weeks ago. El Macho. He's okay.
El Macho's great.
You know, I mean, he's good.
He's all right.
but-
He's definitely the weakest.
yeah, he's no
definitely the
Vector.
weakest of
He's
them.
no Vector, but he was okay. I mean, and then Balthazar Brat, he was pretty fun.
He's my favorite.
But Vector
He's my
just,
favorite.
Yeah, Vector brought something to the table, man, that just no one else has done. And here's my theory. I think that Vector is going to come
Squid gun.
back. Yeah, he has the squid gun. Who else has ever invented a squid gun, you know? Can El Macho say he did that? No. Can Balthazar Brat say he did that? No. All he does is like twists around a fucking Rubik's Cube and you know, 80s nostalgia.
El Macho's just big.
Yeah. But Vector, I think they gotta bring him back because, look, this guy got stranded on the moon. This dude is someone who has it out for Gru and the Minions. He's gonna come back with hell-bent revenge. And so they released this like short film, I think like last year, called Mooned, and it was about Vector and what he did. And by the end of it, I think he's still on the moon, and so everyone's going like, yeah, you know, fucking Vector's never coming back, so close that book. But here's my theory. They're not going to bring him back in Despicable Me 4. That would be too easy. I like as the main villain. But what they could do...
Oh, yeah. No.
What
the
they
main
could
villain's
do...
someone else already.
It's Will Ferrell, yeah.
character.
But what they could do is a post-credit tease. Right? Take a page out of Marvel's book. They do a post-credit tease that Vector has been building a machine on the moon or something, and he's making his big return. That will make people go, oh my fucking god, he's coming back, and it's going to enhance the hype for Despicable Me 5, which, let's be honest, we all know that they're going to make a fifth one. They're not going to stop.
Yeah,
So
they're not.
There's my theory.
Despicable Me, they've been making a lot of money. They've been, even post-COVID, they've been able to make money.
Yeah.
Like Rise of Gru almost broke $1 billion, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Or they broke it.
Those
Something
kids,
crazy.
These
Like,
these
they-
damn kids love
they
their
make
minions.
money, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Will Ferrell's playing somebody named Maxime Lamal, a French accented
Yeah.
supervillain
Yeah, him.
who seeks revenge on Gru. So, yeah.
Why do you think
He's playing the villain.
Why do you think he seeks revenge? What did Gru do?
I-
You know?
Probably something during his villain days, right?
Maybe.
Has to be, right?
Maybe it is. Or maybe he seeks revenge on Gru because he doesn't like the minions. Maybe he's like, what if this villain is like a descendant of Napoleon and he's like, yeah, the minions, they used to serve my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa Napoleon and they sucked, you know? Didn't they kill him? Didn't they like the cannon or something in Minions 1, they like stand on it and it like blasts him? Isn't that what happened? Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought they fucking killed that guy. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe he's in cahoots with
that was so
Vector.
funny.
Maybe Vector has a man down on Earth, and he's like, "Hey, you need to go in and fuck up Gru, and I'm gonna pay you."
Well, yeah,
and then I'm
because
gonna,
Vector
you know.
has a vendetta. He has revenge on Gru as well
Oh yeah,
now.
exactly.
So he wants revenge. So it would be like, I know somebody else who also has a bone to pick with Gru.
Yeah. Now, I can't quite remember. I know I just watched the movie a little bit ago. What's the fate of El Macho and Balthazar Brat? Do they go to prison or do they die? I can't remember.
I don't
think. I feel like they probably don't die. That might be a little crazy for a kids movie.
I think they survive because I I think the Universal ride, the villain con takes place after 3. So
And they're in it, and
it would
Vector's
be
in that
alive
shit
and
too.
out.
Vector's in that shit too, which means he somehow got back to
alive.
Earth. Whoa, that's a crazy new development we just came up with here, ladies and gentlemen. The ride, well, it's not really a ride, it's more like a fucking moving walkway where you shoot at screens. I'm not a huge fan, personally. Anyway, it confirms that Vector is on Earth. And, wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but I think they've said that.
That it takes place after 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check.
Is Gru in it? Or I don't actually remember Gru being in it. I mean, it can't be during the Minions timeline, which is where they introduced Villain Con in the first Minions movie. It has to be modern because Vector probably wasn't born at the time of Minions 1. I mean, Gru was like a 9-year-old, so...
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. I think we need to get like a... We need to get like a bulletin board and start connecting some dots with yarn and string and thumbtacks because you know, the world of Despicable Me is a lot deeper than we may have initially assumed.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. There's a
Doesn't
lot.
say.
What the interesting thing I think about the world of Despicable Me is, like, the main concept is there's villains. There's super villains everywhere. But there's not superheroes. It's just like spies.
Nope.
It's just like spies that go after them.
Just the anti-villain team.
Yeah. And it just makes me curious, like, how are there all these, like, villains that have, like, abilities and powers and all this, but there's no superheroes at all? Like, it's just spies? That might change with the new one, because don't the Minions, they get superpowers in the new one, right? Isn't that what they show in the trailer?
Yeah,
So-
the what was it? The Mega Minions.
The Mega Minions, yeah.
And
Steve
Carell,
Carell,
dude.
Yeah, I mean, big stuff coming for the Despicable Me universe. Next 100 years, we got a lot of content coming our way. Oh
my god!
Obviously,
it
that
was really funny.
Yeah, obviously that's not
The
true. But it was
Megaverse.
funny. The Megaverse. Wow,
Dude, it's so funny. They have like a whole video dedicated to it. Because like if you see a bunch of them, they look so funny. Like there's a high school
and they're all just called Mega
PX-41.
Minions. They're all called Mega Min. What?
Yeah.
Where'd Gru go? What happened to him? Does Gru die in the new
Across.
movie? What does it say? Across?
Oh my
what?
god! There's a Mega Minions called Mega Minions Electric Grugaloo.
No, there's not. Oh my god.
Dude, I'm looking at it right now.
Is it Mega Minions 2? Electric Grubaloo? Is that what it is?
It's Mega Mega
Wow.
Minions Electric Grugaloo.
Is that
2048?
fuck, man.
Bayo, a Mega Minions story.
Who?
2041, dude. They're doing a rom-com.
This is too much. This is too much. It's too
Dude,
much.
this is so funny.
Actually, it's not too much.
Despicable in
It's-
Denver.
I want to watch that. It's not too much. This is what we need after Marvel. You know, if you guys are unaware of like what we're referencing right now, Illumination came out with this like parody Marvel video where Steve Carell is going through like a timeline of like the fucking extended Minion universe, essentially just ripping off like when Kevin Feige goes through like the next phase of Marvel movies. It was pretty funny.
Dude, look at my screen.
Oh yeah,
Dude, look at my
Mega
screen.
Minions,
They
Mega
got it.
Minions.
Mega Musical.
A musical? Oh hell yeah!
Mega Minions
Deja
Legacy.
Drew?
Once upon a time at
Whoa.
VillainCon.
Deja Drew?
Deja Drew.
Are they bringing back Drew?
A Mega Minions story. Mega Jerry searches for love in all the wrong places.
Oh, there's little descriptions as well. Mega Minions,
Yeah.
Echoes of the Abyss. Are there undersea minions? Is that a thing?
I guess.
Wow.
Symphony of Sabotage.
Now the Mega Minions.
Here's Electric Grugaloo.
Oh wow, missed opportunity. They kind of fucked it up. It should have been Mega Minions 2, Electric Grugaloo.
Exactly.
They can't be two different things. Mega. What did that say? Mega Agnes.
Yeah.
Unicorn Kingdom.
Mega Minions is that-
Okay, okay, that's too far. You want to make a movie about Agnes? That's where we stop. That's where I draw the fucking line. Okay. I hate.
Dude, they just straight up have an untitled one. Dude, they shit on Marvel in the funniest way possible.
Oh, yeah.
This was funny.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I love Marvel, but this, like, guys, this was funny.
No,
You have
yeah.
to admit, this,
Good on him.
This was a pretty.
Good on him. I
Yeah.
think, you know,
Quantum of Solace.
Wow. I think the Despicable
Wait, look.
Me / Minions franchise. Vector Vortex. Oh, trapped in an alternate dimension ruled by Vector, the Mega Minions must navigate bizarre landscapes with direction and magnitude. Now, that's a movie I'd want to see. It says it comes out 2076, so we're going to have a little bit of a wait, but I think it'll be worth the wait.
We're gonna be
But,
like toothless in wheelchairs.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
like,
wait,
I've
no,
been
we'll probably be
waiting.
older.
I've been waiting
We'll probably
50
will be.
years for this movie, for the return of Vector.
Gru World Order. Gru Jr. accidentally becomes the ruler of an alien planet. See, he's old enough
Is
now.
this Dune?
They finally cast an older
Is this
person.
Dune? Are they making Dune? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
Does
that
he
has to be
become?
it.
Does he
Dude.
become Lisan Al Gaib of the fucking Minion universe? Gru Jr. He's like the prophesized hero. Oh my god.
Lisan Al Gruib.
Lisan Al Gruib. There's a nice ring to that.
Oh my god. Illuminations is writing this down as we speak. You know they
Yeah.
are.
Oh yeah. Look, and hey, if
Dude,
you are
Apocalypse
fucking
Later.
give us a check for this as well. We're not giving you these ideas for free. I mean, we are, but if you're gonna take them,
Yeah.
you gotta give us a cut of this. Oops.
A Margot story. Furry Road. No way.
Mega Furry Road.
They're doing.
I would
yes,
watch.
bro. I'd watch that. One.
I would watch
I'd
a
that.
Minions Mad Max movie. Do you think?
I would 100%. I would
So-
watch Mad Max if George Miller added Minions to it.
Yeah. Do you think the Minions would have like followed? What's his name? Joe.
Immortan Joe. They would 100% follow Immortan Joe.
They're
Instead
big
of the
fans
War
of
Boys,
his.
replace the War Boys with
Minions.
Minions.
Yeah,
Minion
imagine a
boys.
minion.
More
Imagine a
minions.
minion who's like shaved and he sprays the fucking silver shit in his mouth. He's like, "What a banana day, my boy!" And he's just like, "My boy." Yeah, dude, that would
Jumps
be
and
awesome.
sacrifices himself.
I would watch the.
Oh, they're doing a
fuck
Love
out of
Island.
that. Oh, gross! I don't want to watch Minions fuck.
Mega Jerry stars in a tropical reality dating show.
I don't want to watch
Year
that.
one. Oh,
Minions Year One. Oh, okay. Time Heist, Reimagined, Beyond Time. That's the last one. Mega Minions Beyond Time. That's the
read
finale.
the description.
Facing their greatest enemy yet, boredom. The Megas plan an over-the-top, all-or-nothing finale filled with every trope known to minion kind. Don't get too excited, guys, because this one doesn't come out until 2114, so we're all going to be long
Damn.
dead by then.
I can't believe the Minions universe is gonna outlast me. This is kind of sad.
I know, man. I mean, it's sad, but it's also a little inspiring if you think about it.
It's
you
pretty
know?
funny. It's pretty cool. I'm
Minions
glad. See,
transcend us, you know? And that's something...
Kevin Feige would never plan that far ahead.
No, Kevin Feige, he's
ever
selfish.
plan that far
He says, I'm not going to keep making these movies if I'm dead. Fuck that. Hell no. But the Minions, Steve Carell, those guys over at Illumination, they get it. They know that the people of the future are going to want the Minions too. They understand.
Dude, yeah.
I can
What do you
respect
think is
it.
gonna happen when Kevin Feige dies? Do you think Marvel will like stop making movies? They'll like stop for a while until they find somebody they feel worthy of succeeding him?
Maybe. They very well could.
I definitely feel like that would be something that would happen
They very
because
well could.
Kevin Feige's so hands-on. He's like,
Yeah. Look, I'm sure that there's probably people that work side by side with Kevin Feige every day that we've never heard of, that they would just replace him with one of those guys.
yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. The Minions, though, good stuff. That, I mean, wow,
Yeah.
what we got a really exciting lineup coming our way.
Yeah.
So-
I wish I wish the Minions. That I forgot what my segue was. Costco guys. Screw it.
The Costco guys?
I bailed. I tried to make a connection to chocolate chips.
Yeah,
The
Costco
chocolate
guys.
chunk cookies.
I mean, a minion would probably go crazy over a double chunk chocolate cookie, and I'm sure Big Justice
Oh, yeah.
and the minions would hit it off right out of the gate. They'd probably be the best of friends, you know. Do you think?
Absolutely.
Do you think minions would like a chicken bake?
I would. I mean, I think they would.
I think they'd be a big fan of the chicken bake. It's a similar
Yeah,
shape.
I think they would.
Similar shape as a banana. You
Yeah.
kind of eat it like a banana, so they might be open to the idea of it. for those of you that don't know, I'm actually very good friends with the Costco guys. I know it's a big flex of mine, but yeah, we're very close.
AJ and Big Justice.
AJ and Big Justice.
As soon as you told me,
they sent me
that video. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
There's no way. That's so cool.
They sent me a custom video. That's right, custom video. They said my name and everything. No, actually, all it is my stepmother's brother is friends with the guy. They're both from Boca. So, but yeah, it was.
No, yeah. Honestly, they make such great content.
They do. They do.
Super wholesome content. Like they're just having a good time.
They are.
know?
They really are.
And,
I think they're funny.
and they're doing it in such a funny way.
Yeah,
Like, very nice, wholesome, funny content.
He said that they're good guys. You know, he said the way that AJ acts on camera is pretty much exactly how he is in real life, and that just
Yeah.
warms
They
my
definitely
heart.
feel. Yeah.
They seem like
Absolutely.
very nice
They
guys.
definitely feel like they authentic.
Yeah,
is the word.
authentic.
They
Yeah,
project authentic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Like, you know, all memes and jokes aside, they seem like a couple of good guys. Hey, if the Costco guys, if you guys happen to be listening, we'd love to have you on the show.
Absolutely.
And
We'll talk about whatever you want.
We'll talk about whatever you want, and
about-
we'll leave the potty humor and the naughty words out of it. Okay, we're gonna do a family-friendly episode. So, you know, everyone is welcome to listen. But if you want to hit us up, we'll put you on the show. We'll do a collab. You know, you said it. You said we're family now. AJ told me we're family now. So, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to it.
I wish I got paid to eat double chocolate chunk cookies.
Yeah, it gives something a boom or a doom. Yeah, I do too. I mean, God.
Boom.
I'm jealous.
Boom.
He's ripped, bro. He is huge. That guy's jacked. And Big Justice too.
awesome.
I think Big Justice might be able to beat me up. I think the kid's 10 or 11, but I think he might
Hell yeah, dude.
teach me a lesson I'll never forget. I don't know. I would.
Well, honestly, that's not really hard, but yeah, I agree.
Okay, thanks, man. I see videos they post where he's training to be like a football player, and I'm like, this kid's got the moves. He's got the he's got the moves. Yeah. The Costco guys. We love the Costco guys. I'm a fan. I'm a big
guys
fan.
are great.
They are great. If you guys don't know who the Costco guys are, and that's just like their unofficial kind of name. I don't know. I think they just go by AJ and Big Justice, but
And Big Justice, yeah.
they're the Costco guys in my heart.
Follow them on TikTok.
Yeah, seriously.
Give them a follow and like on TikTok.
Give them a follow.
You know,
There's
they
your
deserve
shout
it.
out. Not that you
They're good people.
you guys probably already know who they are. But there's the shout out anyway from a very small show that's nowhere near the size of the fan base they have. But we're gonna give you the shout out anyway, because they deserve it. They deserve it.
You guys deserve it. You guys are great.
Yeah.
You guys are doing good work.
You're doing good
guys are
work.
funny.
If I think about you two every time I go to Costco, and that's
Exactly.
and yeah.
As you should.
As I
you
should.
should. As the good Lord intended.
As I take a bite of my chicken bake, I think, wow, I'm feeling like Big Justice right now.
Wish Big Justice was here to see this.
I know. I wish I do too. I miss him. I've never met the kid, but I miss him. You know, I feel like
I would love to meet the Costco guys.
How far is Boca?
Super cool.
How far is Boca from Orlando? Is that? I mean, it's pretty far. I think.
Couple hours.
Couple hours. Yeah.
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 But they're super cool dudes.
They are.
At least they seem like it.
Mm-hmm.
And from what you've told me, that video was so cool that they just shouted you out, and I thought
Yeah.
that was really nice of them. Because like a lot of people they scream authenticity, and like if it's getting to the point where like you definitely feel like a lot of people, especially like on TikTok or like social media, don't do that. Mm-hmm. So it's really refreshing to like get content like that, even though that content like. I'm more of an adult, and that's more like family-friendly content. That's not usually the type of stuff I watch, but I want to watch more of his stuff.
Yeah, because I like the people behind it.
It's refreshing. I like the people behind it, and it's refreshingly authentic.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
and I feel like we're getting less and less of that because people are just looking for clout, chasing clout. They're just
Big
you know,
Justice.
rating food.
Big Justice isn't like
Having a
that.
good time.
He's not chasing clout. Big Justice is genuine and real. You know, he's not fake. He's
Exactly.
someone we can put our trust into. Trust in justice.
I would trust AJ and Big Justice.
I would. Oh, I already do.
Absolutely.
I already do. They already have my full trust for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
I would
Hell
trust.
yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna say this directly into the camera. I would trust Big Justice with my life and AJ, but mostly Big Justice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
heard it here
if you
first,
guys want to
America.
come to Orlando and do like a taste test on the dining hall food,
We
at
have
UCF.
Costco.
Yeah, we do have a Costco. They do videos sometimes where they go to like colleges in Florida and they give a boom or a doom to like the food in the dining hall. A lot of times it gets a doom.
Oh.
But because dining hall food is typically shit. But if you guys want to slide through to the UCF dining hall, allow me to be your guide. I used to spend a lot of time in there back in my freshman year, so yeah.
Nice.
Like I said, hit us up.
Awesome.
Well, on that note, we're right
stuff.
about at an hour. So
Yes, sir.
I think we'll probably see you next time. Maybe. Did you have a good time this episode? Are you open to doing another one?
I had a better time.
It's getting better? Okay. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
we're
good.
healing. We're not there yet, but we're healing.
We're in-
I want to leave the audience with this hot take, just because who would I be without a hot take?
Uh-huh.
You know, J.J. Abrams is more to blame for Luke in The Last Jedi than Rian Johnson is. Because he was the one having him chill on the island while atrocities were taking place. And Rian Johnson was just playing the card he was dealt. So there you go. Blame J.J. Abrams, not Rian Johnson.
And that's the news. Okay, guys. See ya next time. Bye-bye.